Hallo, herzlich willkommen zurück. Da sind wir wieder. Bei The Wolf Among Us.
I don't care who killed the prostitutes. If Crane was helping himself to the community coffers, it means his hand was in my pocket. And you just let him go!
I don't know what you heard, but it didn't happen like that.
Are you denying the facts?
She's denying me the chance to get a word in. Now, Miss White,
Sheriff Bigby has returned.
There's the old wrecking bowl himself.
Bigby, where have you been?
I'm not finished here, Miss White.
You will have to wait. Just one moment, please.
Hier geht's ja richtig
Look
ab.
what I found.
Seems your dog wants a biscuit.
Boah, Bluebeard, halt mal die Fresse.
Buffkin, get this piece in the mirror right away.
With pleasure, Miss White.
Finally, things are swinging back in the right direction. Good work, Bigby. You've been gone all day. What did you uncover? I thought you were going to report back to me. I mean, it's fine. So what else did you find out?
Once the mirror's fixed, we can use it to find that crooked bastard. Or at least wherever he hangs his hat. That's how Crane kept tabs on him. And everybody else. I'd say he was abusing the privilege. He was probably spying on all of us.
He was probably spying on me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, it's fine. You did excellent work, Bigby.
Sheriff, I could use your assistance. Would you join me at the mirror?
Ja, na klar. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Don't go far, Sheriff. I'd like to have a few words of my own with you.
oh yeah? Take a number.
I don't understand. This piece just doesn't want to join the rest. Do you have any idea why?
Did he murder the...
Got me.
Not necessarily.
Well, where did you find it? What has it gone through since being separated from the rest? Shattering is a very traumatic experience, you know. So this process can be a little...
Oh, Mary hatte es in den Fingern.
Found it in Crane's coat. Last person I saw with Crane or his coat was that psycho Bloody Mary. Maybe she had
Ah,
some...
yes, Miss White was asking about her. That explains it. You know who and the mirror have a very unhappy history with each other. How would you like it if she tried to use you as a doorway?
I think I already know the feeling.
Well, I think I know how to proceed now. It will just take a little extra coaxing, that's all. Thank you for your help. It could be a while, Sheriff. I'll find you when it's ready. Besides which, he might not want to come out with you watching.
Oh,
Okay.
he doesn't like being spied on.
Die Ironie.
Is it fixed? Did you ask about the Crooked Man?
Buffkin's still working on it. He said it might be a while.
If you're so self-reliant, what do you want from the business office so bad?
What I want is my business.
I can't take those two right now. We're trying to catch a murderer, and they're
Bitching
over
around.
there
Ja, ja.
bickering about bureaucracy. We're at war. Don't they realize that?
Do you need some help over there?
Yeah, thanks. Go talk to Toad. But just so you know, we can't pay him. He really needs to go to the farm, you know. So just break the news and be done with it, okay?
Was?
No budge on that bloody glamour.
Boah.
Only came in to see if...
Toad, come here.
I thought I made myself very clear.
I see how it is. Passed off to an underling, eh? Why am I not surprised? Well, you did cause what damage brings me in here, so maybe it's for the best. Just need a little bit of dosh to cover it. I tried talking to her about it, but it's like chatting up a brick wall, it is. Now, I'm sure you've got your own agenda, Sheriff, but I've taken a real wallet because of you.
Toad, this is the business office, not a bank.
You're always talking about glamours and how it's my responsibility. Well, what about your responsibility? My car, total, the gaping maw in my wall, any of us sound familiar? I'm not looking for a handout, just what's right.
Ah.
Here, Crane won't be getting any use out of this. Will that do?
Crane's money, eh? Well, I suppose that means it belongs to me as much as anybody. Thank you, Sheriff.
Use it to get glamored, Toad. You got the money now, so I won't be so lenient if I catch you again. And the farm is always on the table.
But of course.
Good.
Bluebeard, you want to talk? Now's your chance.
I've just made my donation funding this office, so direct your questions to Miss White.
Ja, die wird sich jetzt wundern, warum
Well,
Toad
at
so
least
glücklich
he's not
ist.
trying to get rid of me.
He's not?
For now. Did you take care of Toad? I mean, I saw the way he left. I know it may not seem that important right now, but glamours are the law for a very good reason.
Toad won't be a problem. I'll see to that.
Are you sure? Because he left looking pretty happy.
Ganz
Fine,
ruhig.
we'll deal with it later. I know I should be asking how it got like this, but I just keep wondering why it happened. To Faith and Lily. You've seen his world. Do you have any idea why he'd want them dead? I don't know if the Crooked Man killed them with his own hand or if it was one of his goons, but someone did. What would make a person do that?
If there's one thing I figured out, it's that the Crooked Man is all about control. It's what he does with the loans at the pawn shop, the magic he peddles, chains, ribbons. Maybe Faith and Lily weren't doing what they were told. Or maybe they just tried to leave.
Sheriff, Miss White! I believe the mirror is repaired.
Ja, das ging ja doch schneller als gedacht.
I have to say I have been better. But thanks for putting me back together.
I'm sorry, I have to know. Mirror, mirror, we're glad you weren't slain. Now please show us that sick creep Crane.
Yeah, I want to see where he's ended up, too.
You will get on that plane to Paris, and you will wait for the day the Crooked Man needs you. Until then, not a peep. Otherwise, I get to deal with you my way. So please, please disobey. Wait a minute. Someone's watching.
Abbruch.
Just happened.
We pointed you in the wrong direction and looked at Bloody Mary's reflection.
Oh, her. That explains the sting. I'd rather not have to feel the pain she brings. So, let's not do that again, okay?
Okay.
Looks like we'll have to track him down later.
You're right. We need to focus on the immediate threat, and that's the Crooked Man. Bigby, we don't have a lot of time.
Mirror, mirror, no time to pout. So, where does Crooked Man hang out? I don't recognize the door, but that's the Crooked Man symbol on it.
Hold on.
The door. It moves.
Ja.
Yeah, Jersey mentioned that.
Wait a minute. I know that door.
That's Central Park. I don't know when it's gonna move again, but I'm gonna get there before it does.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial. We can't just dispense street justice. I know that emotions can run high, and you have your reasons to handle this a certain way.
I'll
Ja.
catch him and bring him back here, alive. Then we can clean him and cook him together.
Good. I have enough to worry about here while I prepare the case against him. So I'm going to trust you to handle this properly. That is, if you think you're ready.
Of course I'm ready. I got no other choice.
Oh je. Ob das so eine gute Idee ist. Das werden Tweedledee und Tweedledum und Madame Noir hier Bloody Mary nicht gut finden. Jetzt aber schnell, bevor die Tür verschwindet. Oha! Und wenn ein Mann die gefunden hätte? Oh Gott. Und nein, was?
Tim,
Es ist der
What
kleine
are you
Timmy.
doing here?
Good evening, Sheriff. I'm here to take you to the boss. Thanks, by the way, for leaving off Tiny. I have to admit, when they asked me to watch the door, I wasn't sure what to expect when you came through that portal. I know you weren't here on a social call.
Hold on. You've just been waiting for me to show up? You knew I was coming?
That's what they told me. I don't know, they said you made it pretty clear.
Das mag
I'm
sein.
supposed to bring you right on in, so if you'll come this way. Look, this is the one thing I have to do.
Fine. Lead on.
Wie er sich freut. Tiny Tim. Obwohl, ja, Tiny ist er nicht mehr.
Thanks for understanding. This is all I'm here to do, and I don't want to mess it up. I know I'm probably the last person you'd expect to be a guard, or an escort for that matter.
You shouldn't be here, Tim. This place is dangerous, especially for someone like you.
It's not like that.
Doch,
Whatever you may think of him, he doesn't treat me like some broken little kid. I think he gets what it's like. He gave me a job, and I'm lucky to have it. This is the only option I've got.
ja.
Just keep that in mind, maybe? Because if you and the boss go up against each other, the rest of Fabletown is gonna get caught in the middle.
Don't you realize you're not just minding the door? You work for that crooked bastard, your hands get dirty too.
It's not so bad.
Not so bad. Are you fucking blind, Tim? He's a murderer.
So you're telling me you agree with everything Crane does?
Das ist ein Unterschied. Das ist ein
A lot
großer
of us
Unterschied.
depend on him. Some of us never get to the front of the line at the business office. But he's there. We need you, but we need him too. What we don't need is a war. Hey, Sheriff, hold up. I gotta go in with you. Thanks.
Fucking joke to you. What did I tell you, eh? Stop laughing at me.
Tell me who the fuck is back there.
I ain't scared of you.
I don't exactly
look,
know.
I
I
got a
just
problem.
mind the door.
You
The
needn't
boss is
worry.
there.
He'll come
I know
around.
that much.
And like Crane before him, I'm sure he will prove himself quite handy to have in my pocket. Either he's smart enough to see this is for the best, or dim enough to do as he's told.
I say he'd be more useful killed, skinned, and made into a rug for me to wipe me shoes on. He's right.
That won't be necessary. Sheriff Wolf, sir.
All die Bösewichte.
Thank you, Tim. I know the sheriff isn't the accommodating sort, but you handled it. You did well. You can go now.
Thank you, sir.
You see, everyone in Fabletown has a role to fill. You just have to pay attention to what they need to help them find it.
Der Abschaum der Gesellschaft.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
All right, you got me here. Let's talk.
Oha. Oha, Leute. Bei dem ganzen Schmond, der da ist, haben wir keine Chance, wenn es da Ärger gibt.
I've heard stories about you. In the old days, how you picked off those men one by one. Oh, how they screamed. The wolf is coming. And they would wait, hiding anywhere they could squeeze their pathetic, shivering corpses. Some would just drop to their knees where they stood, close their eyes, and wait for death. And you'd give it to them. I wish I could have seen it. Oh well.
Oh je, es gibt Ärger mit Mary. Gut, schauen wir mal. Spielentscheidungen. Hast du Colin zur Farm geschickt? 85,5% haben ihn nicht zur Farm geschickt. Naja, wir haben es ja offen gelassen. Hast du versucht, das Band zu entfernen? Du und 63,8% der Spieler haben nicht versucht, das Band zu entfernen. Ich glaube nämlich, dann wäre ihr der Kopf abgefallen. Ne? Es war ja jedes Mal bei den Mädels, dass der Kopf so sauber abgetrennt war, genau da, wo ihr Ribbon war, ihr Band. Ich glaube, das hätte, da hätte jemand den Kopf verlieren können. Welchen Laden des krummen Mannes hast du zuerst besucht? 63,2% haben auch zuerst die Metzgerei besucht. Ich fand das einfach logischer. Tod zur Farm geschickt. 73,3% haben das nicht. Ich hoffe nur, mit dem Geld macht er die richtigen Sachen. Oh, nur 41,8% der Spieler wollten zuerst mit ihm reden. Ich frage mich ja, was der Rest so gesagt hat. Du kommst mit. Oder waren halt still. Ja, mal sehen. Ich bin ja gespannt, wie es war. Oh Gott, ist das immer laut. Meine Güte, ja doch. Ich bin ja gespannt, wie es weitergeht. Mit dem Crooked Man. Und unsere Gespräche mit ihm. Was er jetzt genau von uns will, denn er hat uns ja irgendwie erwartet. Ich nehme an, er will uns einspannen. Er weiß halt, dass wir verzweifelt auf eine gewisse Art sind, aber wir sind halt moralisch integer, ja. Und das kann er nicht verstehen. Das wird er nicht verstehen können. Aber gut, ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Lasst ein Like da, lasst einen Kommentar da. Schaut auch mal auf Facebook und Twitter und Twitch vorbei. Und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin. Ciao.